This has been on my mind for a while. Everyone just copies each other now, or they just end up changing the idea ever so slightly. I'm not saying that I'm not guilty of this, but it just feels like everything has been done at this point, or everything just feels so oversaturated, so we just think that everything has been done. The reason I thought of this video is because of social media. Everyone just kind of follows trends just to boost their followers, likes, and comments, and all of that stuff. It's the quickest way to go viral and to basically just give your brain a little bit of a dopamine shot. Even though going viral doesn't really mean anything anymore, right? Like, people go viral all the time and are forgotten about. It's not like in 2016 when Vine just started and the damn Daniel meme and he showed up on Ellen DeGeneres, and now no one really knows who he is, right? There's a few people that were able to monetize from that generation, or that spark of social media, like the Paul brothers, unfortunately, and others and stuff like that as well. When people go viral, they don't really have any idea how to monetize their virality, or they don't really know what to do with it or where to go with it, because first off, you're not really expecting it to happen anyways, and you don't really have any kind of plan on how to move them off the platform of social media because it's just so addicting. So I don't really, I mean, I've kind of gone viral a few times, I guess, not big enough to be important, I guess, but I've had a few things kind of blow up here and there. And honestly, I kind of thought it was annoying because it was just notification every time I went on Instagram or something. I've never blown up on TikTok. I've blown up on YouTube through my DJ mixes and an Instagram reel, but it wasn't crazy enough. And honestly, when I went viral, I guess quote unquote, it didn't really feel all that great. I didn't feel much different. So I just I'm just making content for making content at this point. I guess the main goal for me is to build an audience that enjoys my content, because I want to make content that I enjoy, because following trends, it's kind of easy. You just kind of have to be on your phone all the time and post as quickly as you possibly can and kind of just change it slightly or make it a little bit better. But if you don't build any kind of following, then you don't really bring any value or any entertainment to the table, because people have already seen this 100 times. So why do we have to see it again with a slight variation? Also, following trends is just kind of boring to me. I try and think outside the box as much as I can. I mean, you can't always be generating ideas as a human because you got other things to deal with and stuff like that. I like to think of something and just write it in my notes and hopefully execute it well if I can. I mean, most ideas are not going to be executed well for the first time you try them, because you have to practice and recreate it until it works. Or you just kind of scrap it completely because it was just a dud and it was just a stupid thought. I don't really know how creativity really works, but I don't know. The journey is the satisfying part of the creativity. It's not the viral destination that everyone wants to be at, because the destination doesn't really matter, nor does it really exist, because once you get there, there's always going to be a new destination anyways. You get to one spot and then you just look up and there's another mountain to climb in some sort of way. So it's not really a destination to begin with. I feel like the only destination is death, I guess, but I guess that's a little dark. I mean, if you can make the idea better, then, sure, go ahead. I mean, I understand you can't invent the wheel 100 times, because the only thing you can do is recreate it and make it slowly better over time to the point where that curve just plateaus, and then you can only improve so much. I mean, I guess with social media, you see trends come and go so quickly that you just have to be glued to the gratification just to hit some dopamine. I guess that's what happens when you just follow those trends. But those likes and comments, it's nice. I had a mix on my DJ channel that hit 1 million views, and I had a few other ones that were over 100K or 250K. And those are nice and all, but it doesn't really feel, I didn't feel much different. I just kind of felt the same. And it's not like my whole life changed or anything like that. If you go viral and your whole life changed, then I can understand why. But that most of the time that doesn't happen. I feel like people will seek you out if you do go viral in some kind of way, and you have to have a whole team and managers, and that's also a whole nother thing. I do follow trends too. However, I'm trying to get away from it because I don't want to rely on others for ideas all the time, and I want to work my brain more. I don't really use ChatGPT that much because, one, it's just I can think for myself, at least for the most part. I just want to make ideas for my future self, and sometimes, I mean, they don't always work, but it is what it is. My brain likes to think of ideas constantly anyway, so might as well just put it to use. Especially when I go on walks or like when I'm about to like fall asleep, my brain's like, all right, let's write this down. And I'm like, okay, we'll just do that. And we'll get to it later when we have the time. Generally, when I have an idea though, or like a bunch of them, it feels like I have to act on it too. It's kind of annoying sometimes because like my brain feels like cramped and those ideas have to like get let out or something. I guess social media is a good place to actually try out those ideas because even if you don't go viral or just like you have like maybe a small following and people just kind of look at it or you're just posting into the ether and into the void, you can still get a decent amount of eyes on it, even if you're like stuck at like the 300 jail or whatever they call it. If you do think about it, 300 people is kind of a lot of people. Like if I were to show my art or something and I had like 300 to 500 people come view it, that'd be sick. Doesn't mean someone's always going to buy it or like it or whatever, but I really couldn't imagine being in a room with that many people. I guess everything just kind of feels the same. Like nothing is new or novel. And people are trying to bring back like retro and vintage now just to see if it sparks any interest or like to make like, oh, it's back or it's new in some kind of way. But I feel like that's just more like a marketing tactic to get people to buy more things again. But even when it comes to like shows and movies, I feel like much of it's just too much the same. So, and I actually started watching shows in different languages and movies in different languages because it feels new and I've just been enjoying it more. Like, I've been watching a lot of Korean dramas for some reason and they're so addicting. And the good part is that I have to be glued to the screen because I have no idea what they're saying. I have to read the subtitles. And I don't know, it just makes my brain feel like I'm like actually paying attention to the plot, the characters and all that stuff and the writing and like the lighting, the editing, the angles, like it's fun. I really enjoy it because I feel like if I'm watching something in English, I can just put it on and then just, go do something else, like have it in the background for noise, which I still do. But if I'm going to watch something, I actually want to pay attention to it and enjoy it. So I guess I've been watching some shows in Spanish and German as well. So I don't know, more fun. It's just more fun to me because everything, I feel like it just feels less Americanized because I guess because everything is American now because America's like a global superpower and influences every country because like we'll bomb you if you don't obey or whatever. But anyways, that's just a whole another side tangent. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a need of a new learning curve. I need to learn some new things, or I need to change my environment because I've just been in the same place for so long, and that I've just been having an itch to get out and have some wanderlust or something. I don't know. Wherever my soul decides to take me. I don't really know how far I'm gonna get in this Pokemon video, but I'm starting to build my team slowly, and like all the Pokemon I want are like towards the end of the end of the game, and I don't know how. I think if I just beat the Elite Four, I think I'll switch to another game, but we'll see how far I go with this. Anyways, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.